Hello, I'm Patrick Magee, sports writer for the Sun Herald.
I'm Patrick Ochs, this is Sports Guys State Championship Edition.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Saturday's 4A state title game featuring Poplarville and Lafayette County.
Yeah, just down to one team now. Poplarville, I think will have their hands full this weekend in Starkville. Lafayette, a team I covered a couple years back. Keep in touch with some of those guys up there. It's going to be a challenge for them. Some Coast football fans might remember when they played Stanislaus a couple years back. Stanislaus came out on top. Similar team in some ways. They're a team that spreads to run, if that makes sense, kind of a multiple team on offense. They have more of a drop back passer at quarterback, so they don't have a Jeremy Liggins type calling the shots. But Will Ard has passed for like 1,800 yards. He's only thrown 3 interceptions, so don't look to him to turn the ball over much. Jamarcus Quarles is a good running back. It was described to me kind of a high school version of Frank Gore, if that makes sense. He's pretty tough between the tackles, but if he gets out in space, he can take it to the house. So you've got to be aware of where he is. Jamie Shaw is another good running back for him. I think he's an underclassman. He's a guy that's a good kind of change of pace for him. Can also take it yard if they need to. And then you got Tyler Williams, who's a Mississippi State commit, plays both ways. He's a kid who is their go-to receiver. Has 37 receptions on the year. He also does a good job in the secondary. On their defensive side, they run a 4-3. Dylan Woods is kind of their heart and soul. He doesn't lead them in tackles, but he does a little bit of everything. He has a couple of interceptions. He has 119, I think, tackles on the year, 5 sacks. So he's pretty versatile. It'll be interesting. That defense has forced 19 interceptions now. I'm saying that, as we both know, Poplarville doesn't throw it a ton, but they can. I think it'll be a close game, but I think, to me, the game's going to come down to how healthy is Poplarville heading into the game. If they have their 2-back system, I think they'll give Lafayette a run for the money. If not, it could end up being a long game.
Yeah, I see a healthy Poplarville team winning this game, but the big question mark is Austin Bolton, the junior running back, who's been explosive here in the postseason. Had a very good year, but here lately it just seems like he's just breaking a big run every game, 70-plus yards. He suffered a high ankle sprain in last week's win, and the plan was really not to really practice him at all this week, just focus on rehabbing him and getting him healthy. I guess it's a fair assumption now that he's not going to be 100% in that game. I think having him on the field would be to their benefit. I think if he's on the field, I think they'll be okay. But Bolton's not the only option in the ground game. Jesse Purnell has led them in touchdowns this season at fullback. He's very, very effective. He can also break the big play. And Tyson Holston, a sophomore who's very versatile, plays on defense in the secondary, also can catch the ball. He's gotten involved in the ground game here in the last few weeks. He's done really well. And there's some other guys that they can kind of plug in, and they're going to move the ball.
Right.
It's just a matter of having Bolton on the field and having him be able to break that big play. Poplarville defensively has been strong, getting better and better by the week. You look at it really coast-wide, they may have one of the better defenses of any team around here, and it's not really any star Division I athlete on that side of the ball. It's just mainly an experienced group that's really seen it all and is able to adjust on the go if things don't go their way. So I see this being a tight game no matter if Bolton's on the field or not. If he's there and say 80-90%, I think Poplarville wins this football game. I'm not trying to hedge here a little bit, but
you sure?
I think Bolton will be on the field. I think they'll get him good. I think he's shown a little bit of progress by the day, talking to Coach Beach yesterday. So as long as he's out there, and I think he will be, I think Poplarville probably wins this one in a really close one. I think Poplarville is just red hot. You take Bolton out of the mix, it's going to be tough, but I think Bolton will be out there and give him something. And that's really all they need out of him. So I see Poplarville winning the 4A state title. We appreciate you watching. This will be our final installment of Sports Guys this football season, and we'll be there in Starkville covering the game. And be sure to follow everything at sunherald.com.